Meanwhile, an industry stakeholder in Nigeria's e-commerce sector is calling on government at all levels to improve the country's operating environments to enable more players harness the inherent opportunities in the e-commerce value chain. Now, Blessed Omonese tells us more in this report.
Nigeria continues to grapple with rising unemployment rate, poverty, and other socio-economic challenges. It is cheery to note that e-commerce platforms are opening up opportunities for youth in the country to explore their talents and thrive through job creation. In an interview with TVC News, the managing director of BC Akintayo Consult, Mrs. BC Akintayo, highlighted the factors that has contributed to the exponential growth of the sector, as well as its challenges.
If you look at a couple of years ago, let's say about a decade or two ago, the way we're using smartphones now is totally different and a lot of new features. So having the smartphones and being able to access a lot of features on it is one of the things that's actually helped that particular industry to keep growing. Due to the rate of fright, a lot of people are actually backing out from the e-commerce space. Another challenge that people face is actually the issue of the exchange rates, and there's nothing we can do about that. That's if you're basically living in Nigeria right now, you can't do anything about it. You can only pray that the exchange rate becomes better. But what you can also do is, how can I structure my business such that either I begin to charge in dollars as well, or I begin to look for the service or the products I can offer? Because when there's problems, guess what? You find money.
Speaking on the outlook of the industry amid macroeconomic fundamentals, Mrs. Akintayo urged governments to tackle issues on infrastructure development and exchange rate volatility to spur more growth in the sector.
In the year 2021, Nigeria was actually rated as the 33rd largest e-commerce market globally. And this is the same country that we're saying that is bad, is poor, is one of the poor, is now becoming one of the poor, is no longer giant of Africa, and is being ranked as the 33rd after among over 100 countries in the world. So that's to tell us that there's a very, very high percentage of doing e-commerce if you're in Nigeria and making so much money. Even in the year 2021, we actually discovered that the e-commerce actually played a major part in contributing to the growth of the economy, in the sense that over $6.9 billion was done via the e-commerce space, and it's projected that in the year 2025 Nigeria would be doing over $12 billion.
With more and more Nigerians gaining access to mobile phones and the internet, the e-commerce space in the country will no doubt continue to impact on local businesses and support government job creation efforts. Blessed Omonose, TVC News, Lagos.